Assalamualaikum, selamat malam. Saya Syafzan Johari. Ini agenda Awani. Hari ini kita cakap mengenai skateboarding dan bagaimana memajukan industri sukan papan selaju tempatan. Papan selaju tu skateboarding dalam bahasa Inggeris. Jadi kita ada tetamu dari luar negara. Sehingga saya memperkenalkan 3 tetamu kita. Kesemuanya atlet papan laju atau atlet skateboarding. Saya perkenalkan Matt Miller. Kemudian Matt Miller di sebelah sini, Tommy Finn dan juga Mada Sapse. Matt Miller dari USA, dari Amerika Syarikat, Tommy dari Australia dan juga Mada Sapse dari Latvia. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Basically, you guys are here for the DC Shoes DeFi Convention Southeast Asia Tour 2014, and you are here in KL, and before this you were in Jakarta, and you'll be going to, let's see, Manila and Bangkok.
Yeah. Bangkok, right? yeah.
So basically, guys, how do you think about skateboarding in Southeast Asia, this part of the world? Before we talk about your experience on that, what do you think about us, in skateboarding?
The spots are way better here. The spots are amazing here. There's marble everywhere, which is the best thing you could skate, and yeah, it's just. The spots are insane. They're so good.
Yeah. And here in Malaysia, skateboarding is not that new, but it's also not that well received, especially by parents.
Yeah.
You see, because in the video earlier, it's Mada Sapse. You were in the video earlier, right? And if my parents see that, it will say that, oh my God, I didn't get hurt. But so these are the things that most important, because parent support. Without parent support, because you guys need to start very young. You started at what, age of 15?
I started at 13, and at first my parents were like that. They were like, "Oh, what are you doing skateboarding? Like, you could get hurt." They were all worried about me and stuff. But I just loved it, man. I just continued on, and yeah, I did get hurt and stuff like that. Not like major things. I had one major injury actually, but
how bad was that?
I broke my ankle.
Oh, God.
Yeah, when I was 15. But it's just part of it, I healed, and then I kept skating, and then as I grew more, my parents could see how much I loved it, and then now they fully support me, But at first they were scared, but I know skating's a great thing, man. I love it, I never change it.
And Madas, have you ever
I had the biggest support from my parents. My parents helped me so much. They would take me on road trips across Europe. They would help me get sponsorships from the government, from the local government, and we would go to European championships and travel around, and I can't be more thankful to my parents for supporting me in skateboarding.
And you're from Latvia, and how's skateboarding in Latvia?
Skateboarding in Latvia is really small. It's like super far from the industry, where the industry really is, so it's hard to get out and be able to get on these skate teams that travel the world. It's not even that easy. It takes time and time again. So basically, time is the most important thing.
How do you get mostly the sponsorships?
Well, you travel, you do skate contests, or you make videos, and you make friendships mainly. I would make friendships and go visit my friends, stay with my friends, skate together, and then basically if I go visit my friends, I go and start doing what they're doing, and those friends were like skateboarding, filming videos, shooting photos every day, because that's what we do, and we do it for fun. And
you guys were studied skateboarding since what, 10 to 15 years ago? Can we compare skateboarding now, year 2014, and things that happened in the year 2000?
Oh, well,
yeah, big difference.
Yeah, there's a huge difference, because in the year 2000s or 2000, skateboarding wasn't that cool. Like it was very small still in the States, and you were considered like a punk if you had a skateboard, and like a trouble kid. But in reality, it broke through, and more people realized, and now there's more kids that skate than anything, so now it's cool to skate, and people support it, and they realize not every skater is just a punk kid.
And Tommy, your story is a bit more interesting, because you had to move from one country to another country, and you had to maybe to start your skateboarding career from one country and then you moved to another country, you have to start again.
Yeah, that's how it was, kind of. Yeah, I was born in South Africa, then I moved to New Zealand, and then I started skateboarding in New Zealand. But I had to go shoot photos for magazines in New Zealand and film for New Zealand videos, and I kind of built my name up a little bit over there, Then I moved to Australia with my family, and I kind of did the same thing. But I always at one point I always wanted to get to the US and just pursue skateboarding because that's where it all is, It was all happening, and it took time. But now I just actually moved to the US 2 weeks ago, and now I'm just going to be over there and just do the same sort of thing.
Let's talk about skateboarding in Australia and New Zealand. How difficult was it for you to start?
Wasn't too bad. There's a good scene there. There's a good scene. The scene's big in Australia for sure. There's a lot more kids skateboarding, and just the industry's a lot bigger. You can get a lot more support than New Zealand, but there is a scene in New Zealand for sure. And I don't know. I just got with the right crew and found my friends, and we just kind of pushed each other and just had fun. We were skating every day. Just loved it,
Alright, itu tadi perkongsian yang diperoleh dari Instagram. Those are photos from the Instagram, and I just realized that you guys are so famous. Everyone wants to take photos with you, things like that. So, one thing that's very interesting, most of them, the skateboarders have their own YouTube channels, and they come up with their own brands and skateboarding brands and all that. And Madas have your own YouTube channel. Yeah.
I have a show that's called It's a Mad World. You can watch it on YouTube. It's called Line 9 channel, and it comes from a production company in London, and they approached me, and I'm very happy we're doing this thing.
And you're actually doing recording with your GoPro.
Right at this instant.
You can show it. Show it to
the GoPro is right here. I'm recording in the middle of primetime TV, Malaysia.
and Matt, you have your own NGO?
Yeah, I started a non-profit called Skateboarding Cares, and we had our first event, and basically just got 100 complete skateboards for underprivileged kids and foster kids, and just had an event and showed them how to set up boards and gave them boards and something to distract them from any troubles they might have going on, and it was an awesome event. And
so these are the opportunities that come along whenever, because you guys are seriously doing skateboarding. And then this would not gonna happen in the 90s or in the early 2000s. There were no corporation would come to you and say, "Hey, I would like to sponsor you."
Right.
Yeah, it was
still happening, kind of. Yeah, maybe a little bit more so now, I guess. But yeah, like you said, those opportunities are there when you kind of been in the game for a long time and you build your name up and people know who you are. You can start something, which is good. It's something further than skateboarding.
How big is your fan base? Let's understand your viewers. Let's understand your followers.
Miller's probably got the biggest fan base.
I don't know. I think I have almost 500,000 on Facebook, maybe, and then. But that's just, I don't know. There's millions of kids that skateboard. More kids skateboard than sports combined, basically, and so that's just where it is. Skateboarders want to watch skateboarding, and there's so many skaters out there in the world, so they follow it.
Madas, how many subscribers you have? I
have maybe 5% of what Matt has, something like that.
But what kind of reaction you get from the YouTube channel? From the YouTube channel, what do they say?
They say, "Wow, it's so good."
So basically, how do you guys inspire these kids? You're having your own social initiative where you try to help, you know, these kids, steering them away from troubles and all that.
Yeah.
How does this help them? Basically, do you have any example you can share?
I mean, me personally, I've always just wanted to make sure to bring the right message to kids and not like, oh, we're punk skaters, it doesn't matter, we don't care about anything. Like, you always have to stay nice and humble to kids and just show them that, you know, we come from the same place. I'm just like them, and they could do it too if they just keep skating and are passionate enough, you know.
How many kids have you got in touch to?
I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and we go to just one demo, there'll be 5,000 kids, you know, and then, so I couldn't even count, to be honest, probably a few million.
Well, in Malaysia, for any sports to succeed, you have to have number one, you have to have parent support.
Yeah.
Number two, the government supports. Number three, the corporation supports. Without corporation support, you wouldn't have any money to do your events and all that. This case is similar in your part of Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, definitely is. So you need that, like, you know, parent support is really important for sure. We have those things now, which is good. Like set up, like we have support from the government. Well, we have this thing called SBA. Australian Skateboarding Association, and they do events and stuff like that, and they put the money up, you know, to help us do that. I don't actually know what's going on with it now, but it was going for like 2 or 3 years. I think they're trying to figure it out right now to like, you know, get more support for this next year coming up. But yeah, that helps a lot for sure. You know.
What do you think? I mean, how difficult is it to get corporation supports from the corporations?
Very difficult.
It's difficult. Yeah, it's not easy.
It's hard to get sponsored, but the kids that don't want to be sponsored and don't worry about it, they're the ones that are just worrying about learning new tricks and having fun. Those are when the companies see that, and when you stand out and have your own style and stuff, like, they'll come to you, you know what I mean? So that's how it happened for me personally.
And your social media, Facebook, really helps, yeah?
Oh yeah, it's huge. That's how you connect with people, and that's how they follow you and see what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. And when I was a kid, they didn't have that, you know. So like, if I could have followed my favorite skaters growing up, that would have been insane for me. I would have been like, whoa!
I know, you see every movement.
So it's awesome.
Meadows,
Yes.
your fan base is growing. Don't worry. A lot more people will love you. You're on national TV now.
All right. Follow me on Instagram.
This is the best guy around.
He's the best.
So
get on it.
How difficult for you to get corporate sponsorship since you are gaining a lot more fans?
Well, for me, if I come from as I'm coming from Latvia, first I had to get on the local skate shop brand. After 1 year of skating, I was successful enough that the skate shop already approached me when I was 11 years old.
You're not the one who approached them, but they approached you.
They approached me because I was 11 years old, and I was I just did some contest. I had no clue what I was doing. And then I got on that skate shop thing, and from the skate shop sponsor, I got on the board sponsor in Element Europe. And from the Europe team, I got also shoe sponsors on the side and Red Bull on the side. And from Europe, then I went to the US and got on the US sponsorship program. And it just steps. It basically steps. The more you skateboard and the more you do it, the more you get inside information on what is good and what is not. If you love your skating for the reasons that the person has good style or good tricks or whatever, you learn that as you're growing up yourself, and then you become one, but with your own style. Right?
So
you're never going to be able to copy anybody. That does not work. You could try your best, but you're never going to be the same guy.
So you want to have your own brand, yourself. And
Basically.
Yeah, if you stand out, definitely.
And do you have your own, basically your own skating brand?
No, we all skate for different skateboard brands. There's like brands from California mostly. We have skate for our own boards. We skate for DC shoes, and we skate for our trucks and wheels. And
would you want maybe in a couple of years time to have your own brand? You have your own clothing line, your own shoes.
Who knows? There are skaters that do it these days even more than they used to do it back in the day. Skaters start companies by themselves.
Skaters run skateboarding basically. So when a skateboarder starts a company, it immediately gets especially if it's a famous skateboarder that's well respected, then it gets just 100% support from the industry, and kids respect it. So that's how it does good.
So why did you guys start your own?
I mean, I'm more or less did my nonprofit. I want to just give back more style. I don't want to just.
You gotta have respect to the people that brought you up. You gotta have respect.
I do plan on starting something soon. Just when I have some more time.
The time's right.
How about you?
Yeah, it's all like I just turned pro like 2 weeks ago, so I have still a lot of time, you know. I'm stoked, I'm hyped, man. So it's kind of just like I'm new, you know. So I have been in the game like a long time, you know, but I still got to put in more time, I feel, if I wanted to start something. But the best way to do it, I feel, is just being in the game a long time, having that respect, and just, you know, getting your name out there more and getting more of a following, and then, you know, the time's right sometimes, and you have the right idea, and that's how it kind of works. But that's all possible, you know. Skateboarders definitely do it these days, but it's just the right timing, and if you have something good you want to put out there.
All right, next we're going to talk about we are going to talk about street league skateboarding in August. It just happened a few months ago, and also going to talk about the International Skateboarding Federation, which was finally endorsed by the International Olympic Committee as a governing body for skateboarding. And what does this mean? Are we going to see skateboarding finally on Olympics? And how it changed the skateboarders and the skateboarding scene throughout. So we're going to have a short break for a while, come back, see you later. Bertemu lagi dalam Agenda Awani. Well, the Street League Skateboarding, it was in August 2014, and SLS is Street League Skateboarding is one of the most watched skateboarding league in the world, and in championship format could be used for Olympics. So you guys are talking about Olympics now.
Yeah, we heard it might be going in.
Yeah, people are talking
How
about
different
it,
it's gonna be? I mean, if you're in Olympics and you represent your country, and there'll be more viewers, you know, millions of people gonna watch it.
Changed a lot.
And but this what I call this change also comes with more regulations and standards. You see, are you guys ready?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. If skateboarding's only growing and growing and growing, so with that you have to adapt, and you know, if it goes to the Olympics and you have these things, then the dudes that are going to be in the Olympics got to adapt to that, you know. And if it's definitely, well, it'll be interesting the first year for sure to watch.
To see how that goes. Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. How about you?
It's skateboarding in the Olympics.
Would it be more difficult to do skateboarding now, since there will be more regulations, there will be higher standards?
Yeah, I think, who knows, it's hard to say, you know, when it goes in, but maybe for me, hopefully it doesn't get more like coachy, and there's people trying to coach you. You have to be a full athlete, but I feel like it might get like that, you know. You have to be an athlete, like you have to people will be on top of you to make sure your body's like, right now it's not like that, you know. We all like our own person, and we all, you know, we just skateboard off our own like discipline kind of thing, you know. We try to take care of our bodies, like I try to take care of my body and stuff like that, and you know, go out and street skate, and I go to contests here and there and skate contests and stuff. But I don't know, like it'd be cool for it to be in the Olympics. Like I don't mind, you know, it'd be cool representing your country, but I just hope it doesn't get too like you know, like have a coach, you know, telling you what to do and where to be and what to do, you know.
But that's how it's going to be like, isn't it?
I think it's going to kind of be like that. I don't know how it's going to be. Like we have a team manager now, but it's not like that, you know. It's pretty
so you guys are free to do whatever you want? You're free to create?
Yeah, that's how I like that sort of vibe, you know. That's how it's been, because I've been in the game a long time. That's how it was when I first started skating, you know, until now. So a lot more people like watching skateboarding, have bigger following, probably bigger sponsors and bigger endorsements, you know, be more money probably involved in skateboarding,
but,
you know.
But do you guys want that? That's a different case.
Yeah, see, I grew up in a different time. Yeah, you know, it's obviously skateboarding's my job, you know, like this is how I make my living, you know, make my money and stuff like that, but it's not all about that for me, you know. I don't need to have tons of money thrown at me and fame and stuff like that. It's not about that. It's just about creating and being with my friends and traveling, what I'm doing right now, you know. I'm so grateful and blessed to be doing this. I'm stoked on it, you know. But I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm against the Olympics or anything, but you know, it'll be interesting to see when it comes in how we go.
And let's talk about skateboarding and Southeast Asia. How are we gonna, you know, grow skateboarding in the future? Very short.
Just get more kids skateboarding and have fun, and once they get that feeling of learning a new trick, that feeling alone, you can't put any amount of money on it, and that's what keeps you going. That's the passion.
All right. That's all the time we have. So sorry, guys.
Okay.
Very
But
good.
we're gonna you guys can follow them on social media. Tommy on
Instagram.
yeah, Tommy on Instagram
Sorry,
and Matt Miller on YouTube. Sorry,
Or
you're on
Instagram
Facebook
too. Facebook, Instagram.
and of course Meadows, you're on YouTube. You guys can follow them. And thank you very much for being with us today in Agenda Awani, and that's all we have for you guys today. I'm Chef Zanjari. Thank you for watching. Good night.